data from some of the states has already come out. In fact, polling for the 7th and the last phase of polls ended today. It was on in several crucial seats, including the Prime Minister's constituency, Varanasi in UP. Now, while the BJP hopes to increase its majority, Congress party is hoping for a revival of its fortunes. The verdict has been sealed, and we are here to understand what the picture is likely to emerge on June 4th, which is just 3 days from now. Viewers, it's been a bitterly fought high-octane election, which is the biggest in the world as well. It's a crucial one for BJP that's looking to score a hat-trick. The Congress party, which has been fighting a battle for its resuscitation and survival. And it's as high stakes as it can get. In fact, it's also about establishing leadership over a resurgent India, resurgent Bharat, and an India that's being hailed as a bright spot in global economy and also being looked on as a reliable partner. And of course, like experts say, it is very well on its way to become the third largest economy in the world. So the big question is it a 400 par for BJP or a war from the opposition parties? Is Prime Minister Modi on the cusp of scoring a hat-trick? Well, we'll decode all of those questions as we go into the show. And of course, we will get numbers from more seats. We did reveal some numbers coming in from Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand as well, where the BJP seems to be scoring better in terms of numbers as far as these numbers are concerned. And to discuss this further, I'm now being joined by our guests this evening, Syed Zafar Islam, the national spokesperson of the BJP, Sujata Paul, the Congress spokesperson. Thank you very much, Ms. Paul and Mr. Islam for joining us this evening. Of course, trying to help us and our viewers understand what to really make of the numbers that are trickling in. So let me come to you first, Mr. Syed Zafar Islam. The numbers as they've been trickling in, it really shows a lead that BJP is taking in several states. But the big question that everybody's been asking is whether BJP can really breach that 400 mark. That's been on everybody's mind. In fact, the Congress party stating that it's been a jumla and it's of course not a realistic number, but this is just to set the course for the election, this time around. Your first comments.
Well, Congress party and its allies, India Alliance, they will never understand our strategy. We work based on our strategy. The only objective we had to win this election and to ensure that there's momentum in the economy, momentum in the governance model, and everything what we have been doing for the last 10 years, what we have promised, what we have delivered, that should continue for another term. And Modi ji should lead the country because people's aspiration is being met because of his leadership, and people want him to continue again for the next 5 years. So we have a lot of strategy in place, and one of the strategies is to ensure to target, to meet people's aspiration, Karyakarta's aspiration to reach 400 numbers, including our NDA alliance and the sympathizer and supporter of our party. So we are confident of very positive outcome. Now the exit poll is being slowly coming from all the states, and all the channels are showing now from each state what are the numbers possibly India will get or India Alliance will get. But we are confident that when the exact number will come, we will definitely surprise everyone in terms of the actual number we are able to win. Actual number of seats we are able to win, and we are confident that whatever target we had set, I mean that's aspirational target, that we will be definitely either achieve it or surpass it, or will be closer to that the targeted number.
So you've not really given me a very direct answer, very clear answer as to whether the BJP will be able to reach that mark of 400, considering that the leadership has been speaking about it repeatedly. But let me come to you, ma'am, Sujata Paul. Mr. Syed Zafar Islam was mentioning that the Congress party will never be able to beat its strategy. Of course, the way its organization, it is organized on the ground. I want to understand from you. I mean, news was just coming in this afternoon with the Congress party actually taking a U-turn and stating that now the party will go to TV channels and will participate on exit poll discussions. Why the flip-flops?
No flip-flop. This is part of our strategy as well. And of course, we know that in the run-up to the result day, There are lots of channels which are obviously going to work according to the government, according to what Mr. Modi wants, and that is why it is necessary to bust it. And that is why when we see the figures on screen on various channels, it is very clear that this mahal in Hindi and this whole atmosphere of Modi ji winning, Modi ji is invincible, is trying to be built because nobody has been talking about the BJP manifesto. In fact, Mr. Modi himself has been talking only about the Congress manifesto. The BJP has had a negative campaign all throughout, while the India Alliance has been very positive because we are the ones who are working for the aspirations of the people. When people rise, and in a democracy, it is the people who are the gods. That is why we say Janta is Janardhan. And that is why today the fight is, of course, between Mr. Modi, who is the only leader of the BJP, and the Janta of
Bring in
India.
some new numbers that we're just getting in
Yes.
from Gujarat, where the BJP has won 26 of all the seats that it's contested on. So a clear mandate for the BJP. Mr. Said Zafar Islam really coming in. In fact, in 2019, the BJP won 62.21%. That was the vote share that the BJP got this time around. We'll of course be watching out for how much has the BJP been able to increase that vote share in that particular state. But quite an easy win, wasn't it, Mr. Said Zafar Islam?
See, there are few states, like, for instance, you just mentioned about Gujarat. Gujarat will be able to retain 26 out of 26 seats, what we had won in 2014 and 2019. Likewise, we'll maintain the same performance, repeat performance, not repeat, 3 times repeat performance in Rajasthan, 25 out of 25. Likewise, in Karnataka, maybe we'll lose 1 or 2 seats in Karnataka, which is unlikely. Likewise, we'll retain similar kind of performance. We'll be able to demonstrate in Jharkhand. We'll be able to demonstrate in Madhya Pradesh, where we had won 28 out of 29 seats. So, and some smaller states like Haryana, like in Himachal Pradesh, these kind of states where we had demonstrated successively that we will win almost all the seats. And there is a saturation point of that sort in those states, but we will repeat our performance in those states exactly what we had been able to deliver in 2019 and 2014. So we are confident, not only confident of our victory, but where our number will increase. That is more important. We will surprise everyone in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Complete drought for Congress as well as the YSR. Likewise, out of 25 seats, perhaps we'll be able to win 23 or 24 seats out of 25. Likewise, in Telangana, even though we have lost the assembly election, but this time we will have more seats than what we had won in assembly elections. We will perhaps have 11 seats out of 17 seats, 11 to 12 seats, or what is also now I can see that being projected in various by various surveyors or surveying agencies. Likewise, in many other states, we will be able to improve our performance. For instance, West Bengal, we had won 17, 18 seats in 2019. This time, we'll cross 32 seats. 30 will cross 30, maybe perhaps 32.
So we'll have to wait and watch for the numbers to really come out on June 4th. I mean, of course, for some of these crucial states, what political experts have really been talking about is the fact that whether BJP is able to increase its vote percentage, the number of increase, that's of course been the BJP strategy. But Ms. Paul, I want to get your comments on Congress's show in Gujarat, not even one seat, according to what exit polls are saying. Your first thoughts, what do you think didn't really work for the Congress party, although the Gujarat Congress did bring in this experiment of bringing in young faces in that region?
In Gujarat, you are going to be surprised because, of course, it is Mr. Modi's area. But you will still see us moving ahead, and we will get a few seats over there. And I'm contending that we might not get a lot of seats, but yeah, we are making inroads. And you saw the performance of the India Alliance, so to speak, during the assembly election, if you talk about the Aam Aadmi Party also. So Gujarat will see a change, and Congress Party and the Aam Aadmi Party, since we are contesting elections together this time, India Alliance will make inroads. And definitely, let us see how many seats we get, but we will definitely breach that mark which was non-existent. However, I just heard something about Telangana, and I've worked in Telangana for almost 5 months now. And what I've seen on the ground is very clear that the hype and hoopla around Madhvi Lata on the Hyderabad seat was only a hype and hoopla, because on ground she was nowhere. There was no support. And the fact is that BJP had 4 seats in Telangana earlier. This time, if I am magnanimous, I would give them 3, not more than that. 13 to 14 is what the Congress party will get in Telangana. In Andhra Pradesh also, we will also make a mark, but it is for us to wait and watch, because YSR, Congress and the TDP have been at loggerheads with each other. Now, who is going to go with the NDA and who is going to get more seats? It is for time to tell, and it will come to know on the 4th of June. And West Bengal, there will be a complete rout of the BJP for sure.
Right, ma'am. And at this point, let me also introduce our third guest who's joining us on the broadcast right now, Mr. Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, who's a political analyst. Thanks very much, sir, for joining us and to discuss, exit polls and what the numbers are really showing. And we're being told that Gujarat BJP is likely to score 26 out of all the 26 seats. Last time around, the vote percentage that the BJP got was over 62%. What do you really credit this to, and Congress's non-performance in the state? Is it development? Is it more investment that has really come into the region? Or is it because, it's been a bastion, it's been a stronghold of the BJP, and of course it was an easy win?
For Gujarat is concerned, where they had already a base which has been set by our current Prime Minister when he was during the 3rd or 4th consecutive times as a Chief Minister. So even the political aspirations for the people is concerned, the Gujarat have a mindset of choosing BJP whatsoever. But when it comes to the entire general election, the results has been concerned, I predict most predominantly, as our previous speaker has told, the West Bengal would be a complete rout, and Maharashtra is going to give a heart attack to the BJP is what we predict. And almost Karnataka, where if it is going to be a 50-50 chance for the BJP, then it's going to be under 240 to 250 marks would be the what I project. And if it is under 240 to 250, if it is not going to be a 272 mark as an easy target, where they are going to come from 303 from the earlier election to 250 to 260, then it is going to be a huge win for the India bloc. And if that is going to happen, then Mamata Banerjee from West Bengal, who has her own aspirations, and then after Telangana, when it comes to 25 seats, 17 seats, and when it comes to Andhra Pradesh with 25 seats, in Kerala there is a chance of BJP going ahead with Suresh Gopi, might be a winning chance also with Thiruvananthapuram constituency. When it comes to down south, when it comes to Tamil Nadu, out of 39, it should be almost 35 to 37 seats would be going with the DMK plus Congress alliance. And there is a chance of BJP going ahead with Tirunelveli constituency, and Coimbatore will be with the state president Annamalai, who can be a second winner, second place should be a finest thing, I hope so for him. But as far as the entire general elections of exit poll at this point of time, I would be restricting BJP and NDA alliance between 240 to 250 plus. If that is happening, then for almost when they started the campaign with 400 plus, and when they are coming between 250 to 270 without having a simple majority, then for sure it is going to be a setback for the BJP.
Right. In fact, so we've also been speaking to several brokerages, and several reports have also come out, all of whom have actually said that the BJP is going to get easily 300 plus seats. That is the view that several brokerages have shared with ET now. Meanwhile, the Congress party just this afternoon was stating that they're looking to garner more than 250 seats. At this point, let me come to you, Mr. Saeed Zafar Islam. Now, this election started on a very slow note. Everybody was saying that this is such a sleepy election. There there is no wave, nothing is happening, low voter turnout, voter apathy. What have you found on your travels and on your campaigns? I mean, is the deal really sealed for the BJP? What are voters really speaking about? Because we've also spoken to several of our reporters and of course, experts from those particular states where all states, in fact, where people have opined that it's not just the issue of it's not just religious issues, it's not just about national security as an issue, but it is also about the issue of inflation and perhaps a jobless growth. That's also been one of the key issues that several voters have told us. What is it that you make of that? What is it that you have gathered from your travels on the ground?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, or many of our party colleagues must have traveled like I did from down south to eastern part of the country. And we have camped for last several months, traveled each state, worked very closely with our party workers and the leadership. What we have observed that everywhere there is a big support for the Honorable Prime Minister. Everybody wants him to continue. Ask anyone on the street, and you will see that the response is that he wants him to continue for another term. So we definitely have seen a lot of traction, a lot of support, a lot of admiration for the Honorable Prime Minister. And the issues which you have raised, people have never discussed about the inflation, because it is us who has been able to demonstrate that there is no volatility as far as inflation is concerned. Last 10 years of UPA, last 10 years of us, see where the volatility was there. There is absolutely no volatility as far as inflation is concerned, despite the Ukraine crisis, despite the COVID crisis, and we had seen that a lot of supply disruption, yet we have been able to control inflation, and we have been able to restrict the volatility. And that is why S&P also observed, well, giving us from outlook, they changed the outlook from stable to positive, because they realized that besides all the macro stability, also the inflation is under control and the volatility has been addressed because of the policies of the Honorable Prime Minister. So we have seen Modi and Modi everywhere. So we are very confident of our not only our victory, so demonstrate a performance.
So you're really confident. You say that the government has really worked on inflation, and of course you're quoting S&P credit ratings upgrade for India. So we'll have to wait and watch how that really pans out and plays out. But at the moment we'll have to slip into a quick break. But lots more coming up on the other side, including the exit poll numbers for the remaining states, and of course we'll be discussing all of those numbers with you. Welcome back. You're watching our special coverage of the exit polls just days ahead of the mega counting that happens on June 4th. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking inputs coming in as far as exit polls are concerned. In fact, we have numbers coming in from Rajasthan, where the BJP is expected to get 18 seats, the Congress 5 seats, RLP 1 seats, and CPM 1 seats. And let me first go to you, Mr. Zafar Islam. So you're getting a lead again in Rajasthan with 18 seats. Your first comments on what really worked. In fact, we've also been speaking to brokerages and political experts as well, all of whom have said that it is the women's vote that is really going to make it really big for the BJP, that is going to help the BJP increase its vote share. What is your take on that, and what really worked for you in Rajasthan?
See, Rajasthan, I'm sorry, but I will respect whoever has done the survey for you. But as far as us, BJP is concerned, we will win all the 25 seats in Rajasthan. There is absolutely no doubt about it. We will repeat our performance. What has worked for us is besides this, as I have spoken earlier about the economy, the state of economy, the way economy is growing. Also, because of the governance model of the Honorable Prime Minister of our government, where we have been able to demonstrate that we do not differentiate between one community to another, between one individual to another, but we definitely prioritize every citizen at par, and whoever needs support from the government, we have been supporting them through our welfare scheme. That has worked for us. Women supporters have hugely supported us because we have our focus area was youth, women, uh, farmers, and so these are the part of the community. They actually we have been able to address their concern, and they have been hugely supporting the Honorable Prime Minister. It will definitely result us in better number. So in Rajasthan, we will definitely get 25 seats. Out of 25 seats, there is absolutely no concern about Rajasthan. And when you project 18, we have to accept whatever your survey is there, but we know for sure because of the ground realities and the feedback we have from the ground that we will repeat our performance of 2019. Also, I have to take a leave because I was there for till 7:20 and I am committed for another channel. So perhaps I may not be able to continue further. Thank you very much.
And yes, sir, we appreciate you joining us on this broadcast and taking the time out. So that was Mr. Syed Zafar Islam, who has to leave for another broadcast. Let me come to you, Ms. Sujata Paul, on the Rajasthan results that these exit polls are showing. The BJP last time won 24 seats, of course, NDA 25, and the vote share was 58.47%. I mean, the Congress is expected to win 5 seats. Do you really agree with that? And what do you think hasn't really worked for the Congress party, despite the fact that the Congress fielded names like Vaibhav Gehlot to improve its performance and to sort of rejig the ground worker?
First of all, I don't really agree with your numbers, with all due respect to your exit poll. And that is why I'm sitting here, because like I said, we are hopeful of getting 295 plus. Now, coming to Rajasthan, the government has just been voted out, our government. And all those people who have government jobs, they know that the OPS has been taken away from them. A lot of people in Rajasthan opt for the army, and they know that the Agnipath scheme is something that has destroyed all the aspirations of their children. So, as far as inflation is concerned, you know very well that all the schemes of Mr. Gehlot, they were taken forward. They are being continued in this government. However, the medical insurance of 25 lakhs has been done away with, and it has been replaced with this 5 lakh, insurance that the BJP had promised. However, there is one important factor in Rajasthan. There is a whole lot of infighting. The leadership is not being able to deliver. So only a Mr. Modi coming and saying again immediately after the government is formed that you vote in my name is not going to work, because psychologically speaking also people are affected by various issues. You just heard the BJP spokesperson say that I went all across the country, but nobody spoke about inflation or price rise. Like these, these are not issues. If you remember, in 2013, Mr. Modi went all ballistic about the 400 rupees ka cylinder. And look where it is now. So just before elections, if they're reducing the price of the cylinders, and the people of Rajasthan were getting it because of the Congress government at 500 rupees, which is continuing, then what is happening? People realize that it is the Congress government which will address our issues, and therefore the governance model fails. And the second thing that he said, that there was no talk of inflation, both these things fail in Rajasthan.
Right. Let me get your comments on what Ms. Paul is saying, Mr. Harish. She is, of course, stating that she doesn't really agree with the numbers, that what these trends are really showing. Your comments on that, and can you also explain the mathematics behind the numbers that you present in case there's a divergence? Mr. Harish.
Yeah, you are asking me? Yep.
Mr. Harish, this question is for you. Yeah, I can hear you.
As I said, as I said earlier, because the election was not fought on the fundamentals of price inflations or job cuts or unemployment basis, because it has been fought on an entirely on a different platter by the BJP. and whether it has been taken down by the electoral voters is what the bigger concern, because the turnout, even though they have been crossing over from 303 till if it is coming to 250 to 270, then it would be a huge debacle for the BJP when it will not be able to form the government on its own like the other two terms, is what my first point of concern is. And the second one would be when they started with 400 mark as their with an overconfident level before the election commences, and now when it is dropping down, even the exit polls, which whatever the numbers which has been put down, which has been drastically cut down from 272 plus mark, that shows that the BJP is on the back foot, and they will be having a huge kind of setback when the entire results out on June 4th, because as I said earlier, the on the ground level, the inflation or the food inflation or the money inflation, or with the price of food as well as the LPG gases, or with the fossil fuels, and everything has been on the uproar right when from 2014 till 2024 on the 10 years of term, it has seen an almost double or triple on various indices. So this will be on the commoners who will be having fire on their back, and it will be replica on June 4th for us to wait and watch. That is what my second point of concern is. But as I repeat the same thing, I will be going ahead and sticking to the thing. 250 to 270 would be the comfortable mark for BJP when it not going to form on its own like the other two terms.
Right. And we also have some numbers coming in for Madhya Pradesh as well, where the BJP is expected to win 29 seats is what the numbers are really showing. And the last time it won 28 seats, and the vote share was 58%. Ms. Paul, again, after Gujarat, Rajasthan as well, we have now trends coming in from Madhya Pradesh as well. Your thoughts on what didn't really work, or was it just because, as experts have been saying, that BJP's strong bastion are Hindi-speaking states, and of course, which is why the Congress has not been able to sort of make a dent. We've also heard several Congress leaders talk about the fact that BJP is not going to match its last time performance as far as these Hindi-speaking states are concerned, but these trends seem to be telling a different picture.
These trends might be showing a different picture, but these are exit polls. So the exact polls will be out on the 4th, and the exact results will show us that even, excuse me, in the Hindi belt, we will be moving ahead and we will do much better. So Rajasthan is a totally different ball game. And the BJP has failed on its promises, and the infighting is really going to be difficult for them to get the numbers that you're projecting. However, when you come to Madhya Pradesh, I do concede here that they have been very strong here as far as your Lok Sabha is concerned. But if you remember, they brought down the government which was elected by the people in 2018. When they in 2020, when that government was brought down just before the pandemic lockdown, people did realize that this was not the right thing to do, and that is why you saw that in Madhya Pradesh, the BJP leaders have gone overboard. Like in Surat, it was uncontested. How is it even possible and no action has been taken? So that's not democracy, really. There's no election happening. And then we also saw how in Indore, Kailash Vijayvargiya was actually, driving away with our candidate. So if you put all these things together, I do understand that they have used all their strategies, which are really below the belt strategies. It doesn't behave well for a democracy like ours. And that is why we might not do as well as in Rajasthan. But we are definitely doing much better than the numbers that you're showing. Yes.
Okay, so you are saying once again that you're doing much better in terms of the numbers that you show. Ma'am, we are completely out of time. I would have loved to ask you your mathematics and of course your reasons for doing better than the numbers or what these trends are really showing. On that note, thank you, Ms. Paul and Mr. Harish, for joining us on this broadcast. Viewers, that's it from us on this special broadcast. But lots more coming up on the other side of this short break. In fact, our special programming extends till 10 p.m. So make sure that you stay tuned with ET Now. Goodbye for now.
charge